Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I've got you out on a new tripod. Hey, I wasn't going to do a video today, and I was just going to do it quietly by myself, but I thought, you know what, at least do a video. I know I've done a number of streamers on the channel, but each time I do one, something pops up that makes me think, I'm glad that I did that, and I'm glad that I could share it on the channel. So maybe it will come up. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'll keep the video short and brief, and anything that comes up, then I'll bring you guys along. Right now, I've literally just, hopefully you can see, I've literally got it out. I gave it a bit of a clean, and I've got down there, I've got some plastic stuff. There's some of the plastics. I did it one quick clean, pulled the plastics off, and then I'm going to give it a second clean, and then I'm going to take the shaft off. We'll get inside, and we'll start diagnosing it. I want to get this clutch off, and then I'm going to give it one more clean, but you need a special tool. I don't have that tool, so I'm going to show you how I like to do it. And that is, we first have to pop the plug off. Oh, damn. Oh. There we go. See how it's running? Very rich. That's fine. We'll come to that later. Now we need to rotate the crank in the direction that we want to remove this, and we want it to come to top dead center, or just before. So that's now going back down. A little torch. Now ports are all closed. Now I can install the rope. Always fold it in half, and the reason why I suggest folding it in half and putting that end in is for the simple fact that you then know that you've got all of the rope out. And this is going to fix the piston, blah blah blah. This is going to fix the piston in its set position so it can't move, and it also does it in a way where it doesn't damage the piston crown. That goes in there, that goes in there. Clamp these two together at the bottom. Now, really, this needs to be in a vise. I'm probably going to mess this up because it's not in a vise, but that's all right. See how we go. There we go. You see? And that is job done. That should now spin off. I wanted to get the camera back on just while we pop the muffler off because I want to see what the piston's like, and I thought, why not bring you guys along at the same time? So, the exhaust side of the piston skirt, making sure it's not scored up. Looks good from there, doesn't it? Right, I can go back on. So it's actually the next day, guys, and yeah, I got it cleaned, and I just didn't feel like doing a huge amount more. I would suggest it's probably a 17 on the end. It is. There we go. That out, nice and easy. And that now exposes our oil seal. That looks like they've used the bearing to act as, or the bearing shield to act as the oil seal. Now, that's just a cheap way of doing it. However, you will be surprised to hear, maybe, that oftentimes it does stand up quite well, surprisingly enough. So what will we do? Let's take the spark plug out. So we'll just loosen that off slightly, and we need to put a block in there. One's on. There and there. Make sure the piston's at bottom dead center to open up the transfers. Pressure, or apply pressure, 7 psi. That's actually testing these seals too, because these aren't technically oil seals, they are literally just bearing shields, and they will leak on pressure and vacuum. So that's holding perfectly fine. I'm going to take a quick photo of that because this machine will be sold, and I want to make sure that they can see I am taking all the necessary steps to doing a good job. I can suggest with quite confidence that the vacuum is going to hold too, so let's just do that quickly. So we need around about 15 inches of mercury, which is around about 7 psi, pounds per square inch, and that holds fine too. And of course, the last and important step is to rotate that crank a couple of times. Make sure it returns to 0, which it does. Well, in this case, 15 psi, not 0. We don't want it to return to 0. We want it to turn to where we had it set. And that is a pressure and vacuum test complete. filters. I'm just going to use a little bit of brake cleaner. Carb cleaner is probably a bit stronger than I'd like, and I don't really need that amount of aggressiveness. So I'll bring you back shortly when it's all nice and clean. I'll put it back on for now, even though it's not working. On. It's good. Right, that's on, that's on. Oh, yeah. There we go. And that goes back in here. 1, 2, 3. That's good. Now we can test for spark. Where can I ground you? Can you go ground there? Okay, good. Can you see? Light off. Oh, we've got great spark. Okay, so that goes on like that. Goes on there. Ah! Try again. That's all nice and tight. And the rest of the fuel line. Ah, filter's new. Fuel line looks good. Doesn't look damaged, it's not hard. Fuel filter looks new, let's blow through it. That's actually very good. Yeah. Let's give the tank a flush. Okay guys, so I actually finished this yesterday, but I had to pick up a primer bulb. It was actually technically a purge bulb, but anyway, I had to pick that up, collected that today. So it's all now back together, and I thought I'd bring you along for the first start. We'll do a quick tune and we'll do some cutting as well. So, with that said, we're on. It's good. And on. So, I'll just bring up the idle bring the idle up a smidge. Try again, without the choke this time. And I'll just leave it there for a couple of minutes and let it warm up. That's the drop off point. Now we'll richen it up with good off idle acceleration. Lower the idle. there we go, guys. It's there's really not a lot wrong with it. I took the whole thing apart and I oiled and greased things that needed to be oiled and greased, and it's always good to check these things over before I then on-sell it. I'm trying to build up a reputation, and I want that reputation to be a good one, and that the customers that buy my equipment can do so in confidence, knowing that they have been checked over and I've done all I can to ensure that they have trouble-free running. So guys, I have edited out a few bits in that video that I want to include in a separate video. I think it warrants it. It's something that a few people have run into, and I thought, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity to use that footage in a separate video. So stick around, and that one should be out in a few days' time, and I hope that one helps you too. But until then, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys soon. Cheers.